Welcome to our channel. Today we are taking a look at Elon Reeve Musk, who is a business magnate and investor. He is the founder, CEO, and chief engineer at SpaceX, angel investor, CEO, and product architect of Tesla Incorporated, founder of the Boring Company, and co-founder of Neuralink and OpenAI, with an estimated net worth of around $262 billion as of September the 10th, 2022. Musk is the wealthiest person in the world, according to both the Bloomberg Billionaires Index and Forbes Real-Time Billionaires list. Well, this should be an interesting video because I don't think anyone has put him forth as an ISTJ type.
No.
In fact, he's overwhelmingly either INTJ or INTP. Like no one has even considered him as a sensor.
Yes.
So I imagine you'll have much to say about this.
Oh, I will. I have plenty to say. Like and subscribe. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, I believe in trust and transparency and the pursuit of truth in general. But I mean, first, let me just take a moment to say thank you for inviting me, and it's an incredible honor to be here. I love Norway, and I just want to thank the leaders and the people of Norway for their longstanding support of electric vehicles and sustainable energy. And I just want the people of Norway to know that, hey, you really made a difference. And so I thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us. But I'm still going to come back to the question. Tell me, how do you think about trust?
Well, I think there's, that's really quite a philosophical question.
It is.
And one could wax on at length about that. I guess, we're talking about Twitter.
I was told that's the one topic.
He's struggling a little bit here. And it makes sense because he's not an INTJ. He's an ISTJ. So philosophy is probably not his strong point.
Mm-hmm.
But the sensory things definitely are. And that's what he's known for. He's a systems guy in the physical kind of realm. Okay, go.
I'm not to talk about, so I'm going to avoid it.
No, they both start with a T, I suppose. Well, I mean, I do think that with respect to information, generally people want to know that the information that they're receiving is accurate, that it is representative of the full picture, and they want to be able to believe what they read and not feel that it's overly biased, or at least understand the nature of the bias. So I think one of the key things to trust is transparency, and for people to really know, if there's like a social media company or something, to understand what the algorithm is.
Okay.
So in this regard, you're never really going to get this like perfect, unbiased, true, full picture information.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that's realistic at all. If you want the full picture, then you probably should look for it yourself. Not expect to be spoon-fed by people that clearly have an agenda. Anyway, I digress. Okay, go.
So to open source the algorithm so people can look at it and critique it, and it's not a black box. And then if there are any modifications done by people at that social media company, that they're clear and, again, transparent, and so it's not hidden. And I believe in the sort of free flow of ideas, and just generally erring on the side of free speech within the boundaries of the law.
Within the boundaries of the law. It's a great place to start, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think you can't go
free within the boundaries. It's funny.
Let's move on, shall we? you've been a great disruptor of technological models in energy and space. Where is the unexplored area for disruption?
Well, I find the word disruption. I don't aim to disrupt for the sake of disrupting. It's more like there's thinking about what set of actions are most likely to lead to a better future, and so. In order one of the things, obviously, in order for humanity to have a compelling future for civilization, is that we must have a clear path to a sustainable energy future. That's one of the things that I think everyone would agree with. Now, I actually am
All right,
not
let's just
someone
stop for a second.
tend to sort of.
Sorry, I know I should have stopped earlier, but I was just noticing everyone in the comments are commenting on the fact that he turned the water glasses over and filled her water glass before he
Yes, I
filled his
noticed
own.
that.
They're all commenting about this. How
Really?
sweet, how thoughtful. Yes. And this is something interesting that I've noticed with ISTJ males. They are so practical, down to earth, usually not very emotive kind of individuals, but they have this like thing about them. Like their sweetness comes out in these little bits. And when it
Yes.
does, people love it. Like people lose their minds over it. I don't know if it's this vulnerability or something. This is what it is similar to INTJ.
Yeah, it's the Barbie FI, as we call it.
Right. I just noticed that when people see an ISTJ who is usually very like practical, blah, 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 and then they do this sweet little thing out of nowhere, everyone just notices it. And I have so many personal examples that I could share that I've in my own life that I've witnessed from ISTJ males, but it is so true. It's this little sweetness that just comes out. And I just wanted to point that out because everyone notices it.
Yeah, I think both of our types take this stuff very seriously.
Yes.
There's like a
It's
sort
an
of like
honor.
a
Chivalry,
chivalric
right.
code, really.
Yes. Yes.
I do this sort of stuff as well.
Well, and you have an ISTJ father. So
right.
like you are really taught this.
Yes. Yes. I sort of do it unknowingly because it's like, well, that's what you do. If
Yes.
someone's walking on the pavement, I walk into the road and let them past. And a lot of people don't do that. People were quite surprised when I do that. 3, 2, 1, go.
Demonize oil and gas, to be clear. This is necessary right now, or civilization could not function. So I do think we actually need, and actually at this time, I think we actually need more oil and gas, not less. But simultaneously moving as fast as we can to a sustainable energy economy. And I thought the words of the Prime Minister were just spot on. It's. And I'm glad to hear that there's a large effort for ocean wind, because that's I think a massive untapped potential. I would say go even more than what the Prime Minister said. Frankly, it's like that's I mean, if you did 100 by 100 array of 10 megawatt systems, you'd have 100 gigawatt capability. So. And then you do need to combine that with stationary storage, battery packs, to buffer the energy, because sometimes the wind blows and sometimes it doesn't blow.
So what are we seeing here? What function is this? Crystal clear.
Yes, this is SI.
Yes, this is.
It's not NI.
No.
This guy is like absolutely geared towards this deep introspection on the sensory realm and all things physical.
Right.
And this is what he does. He's a problem solver with SINTE, and everything is a variable that is physical, and he wants to manipulate and program to, the advancement of humanity, as he sort of puts it. Batteries and wind and untapped potential. These are all. How is this not sensation?
Mm-hmm.
He's observing and problem solving with that SI. It's not intuition.
Right.
If it was, he would be known for more abstract and philosophical things rather than engineering and wind turbines and all this sort of stuff. And he wouldn't be so awkward when he was asked, a philosophical question.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is more like the intuitive thinker man's bread and butter.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, I see why people would think that he's an INTJ, because he's got the T,
Right.
he's got that sort of like unfeeling face.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's clearly FI. We have a lot of common, but like we're so different in like the area which we work in, really.
Right. Well, you explained it so well. I mean, his introspection is due to his introverted sensing, not his introverted intuition,
Mm-hmm.
and how it manifests in the physical realm. It's all about the physical realm. It's not about the abstract, what's out there in unconventional sort of ways.
No,
He's about the here and now, what's in front of our noses, what can be done about what's in front of us.
Yes, it's very practical in a very physical way.
Yes.
And
Yes.
INTJs are less like that. I mean, we can do that sort of stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
this is their bread and butter, really.
Yeah.
We like to be far more conceptual. We're more ideas, and they're more solutions, I suppose.
Well, you basically just said that you made the argument for him not being an intuitive thinker male. And I think because of that, you can also throw away INTP as a type as well. I mean, this man, again, he follows through. He's a businessman. You had said this in one of our videos, but business by its very nature is like the perfect sensor. It's for the sensor.
Yeah, and people seem to have this misconception that ENTJs and INTJs are like CEOs.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah. Right.
Why would that be the case? What about the fast, sort of physical, statistical nature of business is INTJ specifically?
Yeah.
And I guess it comes from this mastermind idea where the people that are thinking this probably are sensors themselves, and they don't have this grasp on what intuition really is, I think.
Mm-hmm. And I think, too, maybe the INTP gets thrown around as a type because he's an intelligent man, right?
Right.
So that could just also be a stereotype because, I mean, an INTP, it's not like they can't get things done in their life because they most certainly can. But for them, playing with ideas is the game. I mean, it's just, all about that. And then to sit there and like excruciatingly develop things to the nth degree in this particular way is just not INTP at all.
It's like what you say about SI being the specialist.
Yes,
it's so
exactly.
True.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is a specialist. He's an engineer. He isn't an ideas man. He has a very shallow sort of idea of how society should run in this sort of more abstract and nebulous kind of way, how we should structure things. It's all technological. It's all this wire goes here and then this here and then this scientific law means battery powers and windmills and all that. It's not INTJ. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell.
Remember, each video is not a comprehensive analysis. If you want to know more about a specific psychological type, check out the playlists where we have unique takes for each person.
Here are some suggested playlists for you to watch and other relevant videos.